Welcome to Tiny Hands Big Dreams here on the homestead in southern Ecuador. Today is moving day for the pigs. They don't really know it yet. They don't really understand it yet. They just know they haven't been fed yet. So what I started with, I'm working on this for, better part of a week, is getting all their new fence put together. And then we have this really long corridor to get them up to their new area, which is not really how I like to do it, but that's just how it worked out this time. So the task today is to get them all the way up to the new area. I don't know if it's going to happen, but we're going to try with bribery bananas. We're going to be at this all day. The peeps are growing up fast. Oh, sorry, Pete. Oh, come on, your mama. The convincing of the pigs. She was the first one over to start with, so I'm not surprised. She is bravest pig. She was the first one over the fence. These four numbnuts cannot get past this spot. They have just torn this up in a matter of minutes. Look at the pig dozers. Come on, stop eating everything. Come on, stop. Stop. Come on. Come on. So here's the funny thing. We have pigs here. Open space. Do their pig bucket. Do they want their pig bucket even when I put it right in front of their nose? No. They want to be pigs. They want to tear up the land, eat all the weeds and the grubs and the worms and the good stuff. They just want to be pigs. That pig.
Back in the fence.
Oh, she was almost up. Okay, so they're making progress. No thanks to us. It might just be better to leave them alone. Go piggies! Go piggies! You're on too short.
This is my pig light. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Okay, interesting side note. We live somewhere warm. Where there's warm, there's bats. Where there's bats, there's vampire bats, which are a problem in a bunch of areas because we have free-range-ish outdoor animals, even indoor animals. There's a problem with vampire bats where they will prey upon cattle in the night or the pigs. This has some tiny LEDs. I did a whole video on this. There's some batteries. We turn it on at night. It makes the tiniest little bit of light. Bats hate LED lights more than people. If you've ever seen LED lights on cars, you instantly hate them. Bats see well at night. These are extra blinding. So this tiny little bit of light keeps the bats away. So every 6 months I have to recharge the battery. Pig house. It's a good pig house. I like it. I have to take it apart though and move it. So it's a mobile home. Ish. Yeah, I gotta figure out how best to do that without getting shocked going over the fence or getting stuck in the mud forever. Oh, there we go. Lovely. Oh, I wired it on. Oh, good me. That's really solid. Really solid. Gonna need some snippers. Hey there, snipper fetcher.
Snipper fetcher. That one. Snipper
I got to cut wire. I did a really good job when I built it.
Cut the wire with your teeth.
Teeth aren't that great.
You got the microphone? Caution tape. 2 posts. Lard. Electric fence. It's a terrible idea. Don't recommend. Okay, so our idea to caution tape fake fence the pigs worked for a second, and then we walked away, and I went upstairs to just look out and check them, and I see them eating the fence, the not fence, caution tape. So that was a giant fail. So now Chris and Eli ran out. They were still in boots. And they're going to try to put up a piece of wire there as a real fence. We were trying to just avoid doing that because it's a pain. But that's not cool, pigs. All right, here's something cool for you. So we've talked about our super hot red peppers before, and we have them growing constantly and too much. And I was like, I don't know what to do with them. We don't eat that many fresh, so we decided to try to smoke and dry them. We don't use a ton of smoke. We only have so much of the wood that we use, so we're trying to be a little bit thrifty with it. But we did dry them. They're like really dry and really hot. So they're gonna go in chili tomorrow. We're gonna see how that is. It's kind of cool though. Yeah, we just used our smoker and really low temp. It was like 160 and a little bit of smoke. They were not done in one day, so I had to finish them this morning before I threw jerky on the smoker. But I don't know. They're sure pretty. Yeah, pretty they are.
Big move means move the electric fence wire. So we run an aerial piece of wire, which is just galvanized wire. It's real cheap. We just aerial it to get it out of the way. And then I tie it off to trees with some loose string. It works pretty well. we've improvised a disconnect, which is a piece of pipe and a hook to make it live. It's unplugged right now, so I'm not going to fry myself. And then I figured out the best way to get my down point. Again, there's a little string on top, but I have a poundy post and a tall post, and they're not the same post. You can't make this tall enough if you can still pound on it, so I had to separate them, and that's worked out. So now I just have to get in here and untie it and pull them all out of the ground, and then run it up to the new area and struggle.
And pigs! They're over there, I swear. This is their new area. Here's the wild pigs. Hi, piggies! And there's, and there's goats over there too. So, I think they like their new digs once we got them up here. God, it was comedy of errors. Always is. Kind of ridiculous. But once they find the green stuff, it's like, oh, this is great. I'm trying to tell you that. And we got their little house up here. It's swell. Honestly, it's pretty good digs. I like it. They like it too once they figure out to come over here. But once again, we can walk in the pig area. I really prefer when it's not just a muddy mess. Oh, it's a gorgeous day too. So while it has taken the majority of the day, it's like 3 o'clock, the majority of the day to move the pigs, it has not rained on us. They're up here. Now we just got to finish getting all of their infrastructure up here. We didn't want to do it while they were sort of in between because they kept blowing fences and running away and fighting and being ridiculous. We're going to get the rest of that up here, and I've got a couple other things to take care of today. But it will be so nice to have them back on solid ground with greens. Whew. All right, you happy pigs. God, they seem so happy.
Oh yeah. That's all they ever really want in the world. You want more than food or things.
Just want to be a pig.
You just want to be a pig. You want fresh ground. They won't challenge the fence. They won't do anything. They probably won't even sleep tonight.
It's true, they never sleep the first night they get moved.
Yeah. They do enjoy their house when it rains, but also they would live without that as long as they just had fresh earth. Eat bugs, eat plants, eat roots.
Happy pigs.
Also, it makes more healthful meat. Kind of a win all around. We're gonna go here.
Hi, pigs. Hi, pigs. Hey, kid. Wild jungle child with his wild jungle goats. Alright. You have probably seen us working on clearing out the old, I mean it's not really old, the little orchard nursery here. Now it was originally supposed to be for small birds, chickens, ducks, But we don't have any of those right now. I mean, we have the peeps, naked next peeps, but they're just hanging out with her. We haven't actually hatched any on our own or bought any, so haven't really been using this for anything except just sort of it got overgrown and out of control. So we cleared it all up, and I'm going to fix the fence so that the chickens can't come in. And then my idea was to, between all of the small fruit trees, to plant squash. We don't have a huge garden space to put squash, that the chickens couldn't get to it, so I figured if we put them in between the fruit trees, there'd be a great space. I think it should work. So I'm gonna fortify the fence, which just means putting in new posts, and fix the broken gate. And then I'm gonna start digging holes, amending them with compost, and I have little, relatively big squash starts to put in, and I'll probably put some seeds in too. See what happens. Now, this is a drawback to our particular climate, the humidity, the bug pressure. Things decay quickly. We've talked about it before. It's the reason that the maracuja trellis, only that side is standing. It's a pain, it's annoying, it's frustrating. I'm pretty sure at least one of these stakes, yeah, it's kind of rotten. It's a pain, and it definitely is a drawback to our particular climate and bug pressure in general area, but it also has, you know, benefits. There's a lot of life here, good or bad.
Woman, you doing a video? Work to do.
Oh gosh, yeah, just sit around all day. Jesus.
On that there porch.
What porch?
Anyway.
When we have a porch, you can say that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna need some chimpers.
Of what variety?
I got trim the tree.
Oh, okay. Big chimpers? Medium chimpers? Hand chimpers?
Machete, hand chimpers, red chimpers. You know, a lot of options.
Eli, could you acquire us chimpers, like red chimpers?
What's it called when you make up your own terms?
Oh, I don't know. That's more like a general, like a community or an area would have colloquialisms. We just have our own language sometimes.
Our own language. Chimpers. Any sort of hand tool that does a squeezy motion. It could cut, it could squeeze. Needle nose chimpers. Because if I took it and I went, ha, I could chimp you.
Wire cutters.
They're all chimpers.
Tongs sometimes.
Right.
Like
so,
anything.
Like I have a lot. I probably have like 50 different kinds of things that
Chimp?
in slightly different ways. This one cuts tubing. This one, you know, is vice grip. This one is, they're all sort of chimpers.
I don't know why we called them that.
Probably him.
I think might have been you. Okay, chimper.
Let's see.
Do you need the ladder?
Maybe it to go away.
Oh, I found some too. That's terrible.
There you go. Cut that. And I'm going to retie it.
On the plus side, the sky behind you is really pretty.
Oh, yeah. It is actually quite pretty.
Someone broke the
I
stick.
can't see it because I have...
Aww. That's depressing.
No? You could be so kind as to find me a sturdy stick. This helps.
Alright, well, I am waiting on Chris to be done with the sledgehammer so I can go work on the fence. I am doing a couple kitchen things, one of which is rendering lard. Now, this lard has already been started rendering. All I do is take the fat, throw it in the meat grinder, in a pot, in the oven, on absolutely as low as it goes, overnight, and you get lard. This is hard to film. Now this first batch out of here is going to be the cleanest because I did it at a very, very, very low temperature. Once I get all of this strained, then I will actually render it again and again and again until I get all the fat out of it. And those last renderings can get a little bit more flavorful. So I will just mark those containers and know that I don't want to use those batches in like baked goods or something, but they're totally fine for regular cooking. This is the only fat we use to cook, so it's pretty important to us. I can't wait till we get our own pig fat back in the freezer. But for now we get it from the butcher, and it is certainly better than nothing. Or than seed oils. So we'll dig it. Now, I used to strain everything through a coffee filter, which does do a better job of getting out all the bits. It will also be more shelf stable, or just long-term fridge stable. But in a world where coffee filters are not only difficult to come by, but really expensive, I just put it through a regular strainer and know that I don't want to use the last like 1/4 inch in the soup pot because that's got bits in it. That's alright. We make do. Right, I also decided to make some sneaky ice cream. Chris has to have a tooth removed tomorrow morning, and I thought some delicious vanilla ice cream would not make him terribly upset. So this is just goat milk, 5 egg yolks, about a 1/2 cup of vanilla, and a pinch of salt. I will slowly heat that up and then add in cocoa butter, which is my secret ingredient to goat milk ice cream. It's kind of weird, but it works really well, and it's super delicious. This is where we figure out that we are short our water line to get to the pigs. Sigh.
It's in here.
Oh yeah, I know. I stabbed it, remember?
Maybe that's how it got shorter.
Only like an inch. Remember I stabbed it with the goat steak because it was like buried in there? Yeah, I know.
Fun fact, in Ecuador, it is not required to bury your water lines. You lay them on the surface, and in a year or two, they bury themselves.
Accurate.
Now, officially doing this correct and trenching it.
What? Yeah, that's where I think I poked it. Stab it with a goat stick.
Yeah, trenching it, everything else, with all the trees and roots and vines. I get you.
That was the wrong chimper, sir.
Any chimper in an emergency.
We're gonna rob the water for the compost because we're not using it anyway.
Yeah.
And the pigs would get salty with that water after a while.
Literally.
Literally? Oh, no, I don't think they would they?
Oh, you still give them salt?
Oh, they would get salty. It's like I'm pre-curing them.
That's about as good as the time when I said we should just go hunting with shotgun shells full of salt and pepper. Blast the seasoning into the bird. People looked at me horrified. I don't get a joke. Or as good as the time when we had too many kittens at the boatyard where I used to work. So I started explaining to people that were going fishing after we'd just fixed their boat, because now they want to go fishing. That's what it's all about, right? Of, hey, you should take a couple of kittens. There's a whole trick. You take a little baggie, a sandwich baggie, you puff some air in it, you put a little Vaseline around the kitten's neck, you put the bag over it like a little space helmet and a rubber band. That's good for like 5 or 6 minutes of air. That little thing will thrash. You lay your line right up on the side with a double hook, and I explained specifically the rigging you want to use. And they looked at me and they said, I think we're going to take all those kittens. Yes, you will. And then my boss looked at me horrifically of like how we're going to be on the news and arrested and everything else. I'm like, I'm not really going to do it. But you see how easy it was to get rid of those kittens? We've been trying to get rid of those kittens for weeks. Nobody wants a kitten. Madness.
Called him Hose Man.
That end's actually already connected to the spigot. Let me connect it down here and pull it through.
Fine, Hose Man. Oh god, there's wire. Why is there wire on the ground?
I don't know. It was in the bushes.
Why is there wire in the bushes? That's also a question.
Which is, let's see, the nearest connection is actually where I just was. Okay. Yeah.
Hose Man. Hose Man does many things. I have to help Hose Man. Listen, they might have been total jerks earlier, but it makes me so happy to see them just like rooting around. We left all this old wood in here. We took out anything we could use, but we left all the old stuff. They'll enjoy chewing it up. Aw, pig. Just don't eat your house, please. Oh, we have water. Look at the water. Piggy, look at the water. Piggy, look at the water. They don't care. All right, well, we got water up here. Yep. Okay. All right, we got water, we got power, we got shelter. Chris is gonna fix the little bat light because it's, I don't know, it's not working very well right now. He's gonna fix that, and then we are done with pigs for the moment. This should keep them for a good while. It's a lot of space. It is not only pigs. It is not only. Let's see. It goes up here and here, and the fence down. It includes a whole bunch of the forest, and then all the way down there. Oh, not my finger. All the way down there, and back around. So it's a good bit of space. Oh, piggies. This one is the one we're going to keep. Hi. To replace Miss Pig. She's a sweetheart. Alright. Great success, pigs. Good job. And just like that, new gate. It was actually, I think, the door to the duck house? Maybe? I don't know. We try to save things and repurpose them as much as possible. No, I guess this was actually for the garden. Well, anyway, I have repurposed it. Listen, it's not great. It's not great. But we don't really use this very often. It does just mean we don't have to step over the fence, which is how the fence breaks anyway. So, no more stepping over the fence. I got a few more posts put in. I have to finish the posts in the morning. And then haul sand and compost over here, down here, and over here to put my squash in. And hopefully I get that done in the morning. But it is getting late. And I have to go make dinner. Do I have to go make dinner? What are you doing? Okay.
Fixing pig light. We had 2 defective LEDs that were flickering, not providing proper illumination. I had 4 total, and 2 were just bummers. So, there we go. I just got to replace the other 2.
And then no bats?
That's the theory, yeah. It's worked so far. They really hate the thing.
Now those are the little squashies I'm going to go plant in the orchard. I also have peppers that are looking good, and tomatoes that look decent. Got avocados. I'm still waiting for my ginger to come up. I'm hoping that comes up eventually. Now these are funny looking brains. Seriously, they're so weird looking when they come up. Any guesses what these are? They're so weird looking. Got more peppers. Those got to go down in the main greenhouse. I have some sad cilantro that I kind of missed over the weekend getting out. Hopefully those pop back up. And I'll get those out tomorrow with the tomatoes. It's not much, but it's something. Also, seriously, the yucca can just calm down. Calm down. And delicious racks of jerky. So good. Staple in life. So good. That's the creepiest stare ever. Is the popsicle good? What is the popsicle?
Banana.
Banana and?
A little bit of milk.
It's banana and milk. That's all it is.
Tastiest.
Our bananas are milk. Pretty simple. Super tasty. I might come take a bite of it.